lift my voice is lifted. Gifted, I foresaw the end, I ripped it. The whole enchilada with a side of avocado. I came down from my fences, desperados. My flow should be sold at low. Next to the 2x4s, an electric range stove. The bolts and screws, home and approved. Gentiles and Jews, penning on views. Broken for you, my moment approaching. The coaching, the ocean is waving. The money I'm saving, the arrest I'm evading. The models I'm dating, this cup of mine keep cascading. God has engraved me into the palm of his hand. I'm in the best hands. I be washing Jeezy's dishes, pots and pans. I keep the law, the land. I speak because I can. Legalize blacks, legislate that. Hurry up, please, because a brother can't breathe. Kaepernick kneel, the world stood still. The level of hate was so unreal. I foresaw the end right before the hook. Hating is not a good look. I took from the good book. I feel like a tree planted by a river brook. Let me cook them surgically with this sword. Will put my vocal cord itching to release the source of my peace. I'm flipping verses on these tracks like an acrobat. Yeah, glory to the Father, he implemented a plan. Jesus carried it out, it is finished. The Spirit empowered, blessing after blessing. We win this, we win this. My spirit's mine. We win this, we win this, we win this. My spirit's mine. We win this. My spirit smiles. My spirit smiles. My spirit smiles. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. Man, Jesus did that. We win this. We win this. My spirit get it. We win this. Do you hear what I'm saying? We win this. My knees buckle. My spirit chuckle. We win this. We win this.
Good morning. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Listen, I went live way early this morning. I apologize, but it is what it is. We're here. I got one out. Matter of fact, I have 55 minutes and I got to get to the boxing gym and I got to go grocery shopping. I got to do all that. All right, but listen, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Real quick, let's pay some bills. Let's get the bills paid real quick. Listen, for anybody that want detox pills, you want something that's going to clean out your gut, go to www.inches360.com. The link will be, the information will be inside of the description. Inches360.com. Order your detox pills. Listen, if you have any issues with the shipping or you haven't received your pills, hit my hit my DM on Instagram, Bluerayfitness. Contact me personally. I will contact the manufacturer. Sometimes, people don't put the right information in, the right address, things of that nature. Then they want to call. I didn't receive my pill. Listen, did you fill out the information correctly? That's that question. All right, let's for all the ladies that want to get in shape. Go to patreon.com/trap fitness with pretty girls, all one word. Sign up for any of the programs if you have any issues logging in, because we know people sometimes, let me say, if you have problems logging in, log out. Do not log in through the app, log in strictly through the Patreon website /trap fitness with pretty girls, and you will be able to access the videos. You get 24-hour access. You're going to get in the best shape of your life. If you sign up, email me or hit my DM on Instagram again, because it's the easiest way to contact me, or email me your number, or my email is right here in the banner, and I will call you. Leave your phone number, all right? I have great customer service. It's me. I call you directly. Also, for the men that want to get in the best shape of your life, because you want to give your wife something to look at, yeah, email me, Traylon_Curry@yahoo.com, and I will contact you, give you a customized meal plan, give you a great workout routine, because I practice what I preach. All right, now that the bills are paid, Let's quit with all the extra. I got some news you can use, people. I should have 1,000 people watching me right now because this is going to be very, very important. The first thing I'm about to go over is going to be very, very important. We're going to have an icebreaker and we're going to give the main course. We're going to go and get it out the way. We're not going to be here for a long time, but the information is going to be pivotal. You're going to want to know this right here. A lot of y'all don't know. Now, if you got any cousins in the streets, well, you ain't got to be in the streets. This is for all the people. Right? This is going to be out for all the people. All right, let me cue up this video. I'm telling you right now, I should have 1,000 people watching because there's a lot of people. There's a law passed in the Supreme Court. Yeah, the Supreme Court passed something yesterday that gives law enforcement the right to come into your house if they deem, okay, I'm going to just play the video. Now, we know some law enforcement are going to use this. They're going to abuse this law. Let me just say that. And this might be the tip of the iceberg, y'all. This might be the tip of the iceberg. But let me play this video. Some of y'all don't know nothing about this. You didn't even know that this happened yesterday. Y'all didn't even know that this happened yesterday. But we're going to go here. All right. Hold on. Let me go to my history 1 second. Y'all be patient with a brother. Watch this, y'all. All right. Oh, I had it up. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, there you go. All right. Hold on, real quick. Let me pause this. Let me get this right. Expand it. Now, remember, like I said, this is some news that you can use, people. All right, listen to this.
Unanimously upholds the Montana Supreme Court decision allowing law enforcement to enter a home without a search warrant if there is reason to believe a life-threatening emergency is underway. This comes after police went inside an Anaconda man's home and shot and injured him in 2021. William Case's former girlfriend called law enforcement as she feared he might have killed himself, according to the Associated Press. After knocking on his door and receiving no response, officers entered the home. An officer shot Case after he threw open a closet curtain while holding an object that looked like a gun. A jury found Case guilty of assaulting a peace officer. Attorney General Austin Knudsen supported the ruling, calling it a huge win for state law enforcement and other law enforcement agencies across the country, saying, quote, "This ruling will allow officers to continue to keep their communities and citizens safe to the best of their abilities." Find the full statement on our NBC Montana homepage.
Let me play that one more time, y'all, because I don't think that registered to y'all. Let's play the whole video one more time. It's only a minute long, y'all. We're going to play it one more time. Let's go.
The U.S. Supreme Court unanimously upholds the Montana Supreme Court decision allowing law enforcement to enter a home without a search warrant if there is reason to believe a life-threatening emergency is underway. This comes after police went inside an Anaconda man's home and shot and injured him in 2021. William Case's former girlfriend called law enforcement as she feared he might have killed himself, according to the Associated Press. After knocking on his door and receiving no response, officers entered the home. An officer shot Case after he threw open a closet curtain while holding an object that looked like a gun. A jury found Case guilty of assaulting a peace officer. Attorney General Austin Knudsen supported the ruling, calling it a huge win for state law enforcement and other law enforcement agencies across the country, saying, quote, "This ruling will allow officers to continue to keep their communities and citizens safe to the best of their abilities." Find the full statement on our NBC Montana homepage.
They said this is a huge win for law enforcement across the country. That if they feel like that it's an emergency, a medical emergency, that they will be able to enter your residence, your domain, your house without a search warrant. I know a lot of people have issues with the police. This is very pivotal. But at the end of the day, we know that there's going to be some agencies that will bend the rules, use this to their advantage. Lie on paperwork. We've seen it done. But let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all even know that this was passed yesterday? Did y'all know that? I'm just saying. I told y'all, I'm going to continue to bring y'all necessary information. I know we did, I know that we like to have fun on this channel. But listen, I want to expose the truth. And I'm sure that everybody, listen, we got people watching 1,000 other channels, especially people from our community. And nobody exposing this. Nobody. Make sure you like the stream, share the stream. Expose this to your people. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times when they pass a law, they pass it for one state, and then this state start politicking with this state, and then it goes to the Supreme Court, and boom, now across America, we get rules passed. And then we literally had Corey Holcomb saying that, hey, black people shouldn't vote. It's a waste of time. I'm just saying. I understand what he was trying to say, but overall, in totality, if we don't mobilize, if we just sit back and let people do whatever they decide to do or do whatever they want to do, all we're going to do is continue to get trampled over. All of us. Straight up. Now, here I am exposing something that's going to affect especially the minority community. Minorities. I'm just saying. So I'm going to move along. I gave y'all the tip. I gave y'all some real game. I exposed something that I'm sure that 99% of people in the black community didn't even know. And I only have 5 people watching that right now. And still, so that lets me know that are the millions and millions and millions of black people that possibly might get their rights violated and then say, well, you can't do this. You can't do this. No, it was passed in the Montana Supreme Court. And what they're going to do is they're going to start there and they're going to push it out through the U.S. Supreme Court. And then when a police officer, because a police officer was assaulted, that's going to be the thing that they use to get this thing passed unanimously across the country and get inside the U.S. Supreme Court, that is the highest court in the land, and you're not going to have nothing to say. Well, it's my constitutional right. Sir, no. The Supreme Court passed it, but you were too busy listening to Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb fighting. You were too busy listening to all the blog channels. You were too busy worried about things that do not matter. I told y'all I got to go to the boxing gym, so I'm not going to be here long. I only got on here to get y'all some game and to expose y'all to the truth. So at least the 5 people watching, at least y'all know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the people. All right, let's get to the last one, y'all. We're gonna go over this, and I'm done. I'm out of here. I ain't gonna stay for a long time. We're not gonna stay here for a long time, y'all. We're gonna get in and get out this morning. I should have been live at 8:30 a.m. That's my bad. But we didn't get off live last night till 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Do y'all hear me? We didn't get off till 4 o'clock in the morning. We was up talking about a bunch of nonsense. I'm gonna be transparent with you. But let's get it. Who watching? I got people watching, but y'all not commenting. Did y'all know this? Real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a little time. Talk to your boy, man. I'm not here for me. I'm here for y'all. And y'all not even talking to me. Who I got watching? Who outside my house? That's what I want to know. Y'all know I'm here for the people. Who outside my house? Who here? That's what I want to know. You're watching, but you're not saying nothing. I don't like talking to myself. All right, let me go on and get this last one up, y'all, and we gonna get out of here. What's good? What's good, family? How you doing? RP, how you doing? Did you know that they surpassed? Did you know that they passed this in the Supreme Court yesterday? Did you know that, my brother? Did you know? Did you see the video that I just played? Tipsy, did you see the video I just played? Like I said, I'm here for the people. I want to educate our people and give us and notify us about things. Not even exactly. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We gotta stay on top of our news. That's why I'm gonna do news in the morning, and in the evening we're gonna talk about all the ratchet stuff that we love. For sure. Okay, 100%. All right, now I'm finna play this video, y'all. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I know a lot of people don't like Trump. I get it. I'm not here to advocate for Trump, but we have to report the facts, y'all. We got to tell the truth. I'm sorry. We got to expose what's really happening. And y'all tell me if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Let me share my screen. Let's get to it. All right, y'all watch this.
United States economy. Latest data from the Commerce Department released on January 8th showed Trump's tariffs have played a pivotal role in cutting the US trade deficit from a peak of $136 billion in March 2025 to just under $30 billion in October 2025.
Man, hold up. Hold up. I got to play that again. Y'all didn't hear that. I'm going to play it again because y'all didn't hear that. So there was a lot of people mad at Trump. Now, listen, I'm going to keep it gangster. Am I mad about Trump and the Epstein files? Yes, I am. I don't think he kept it 100 across the board. They redacted a lot of stuff, marked out a lot of stuff, and said, you know what? This is a threat to national security. And then not only that, when they said something to Pam Bundy, you know, they were like, even Trump said, let me take it back. Trump said that it was a hoax from the Democratic Party. Trump, man, come on, man. We know it's a lot of people that did a lot of things that they were not supposed to be doing and involved in a lot of things that they were not supposed to be involved in. Now, I got to keep it gangster. I have my own theory about the Epstein files, but that's a conversation for me and you offline. I'm not even gonna tell you my theory, right? But I have a theory about it. But I'm gonna play this one more time, and then we're going to the comments, and I want to see, do y'all believe that this is a good thing? Let me play it one more time. Let's play it. Let's go back. Y'all got to hear what was said, man. Let's go.
Celebrated a major economic win for the United States economy. Latest data from the Commerce Department released on January 8th showed Trump's tariffs.
On January 8th. What's today? Oh, today the 15th. Okay. So the report came in. We know that Trump put out a lot of tariffs and people were upset, man. Oh, the import, export, they were crying. Is it going to affect the import and export industry? 100%. Inflation might go up and it might affect the U.S. citizen. It might. We not, you know, but a lot of people that don't know the context and the detail, it was a 10-year plan. So are we going to be uncomfortable for maybe a little bit? Yeah, but it was a 10-year plan. So it's not about the now, it's about the latter. It's about the end result of the Trump tariffs. Now, remember, the tariffs just got in place. He hadn't even been in office for a full year, basically. Right? But did y'all hear what was just said? The U.S. deficit has went from 130 billion to almost 30-something billion, y'all. Make that make sense. Does that sound like success? And I just want to know. Did that sound like success for the United States overall?
Have played a pivotal role in cutting the US trade deficit from a peak of $136 billion in March 2025 to just under $30 billion in October 2025.
Literally, y'all, we done cut the U.S. deficit by $100 billion. Did y'all know that? This is CNBC exposing this. $100 billion. Let's keep going.
2025. The trade deficit was driven by a 3.2% import drop after Trump threatened tariffs on the pharmaceutical sector and a 2.6% export rise.
Buckle up. This is unreal. The movement in this number, minus 29.4 billion. We cut it basically in half. Just consider this. In March, it was 136 billion. Right now, it's a whisker under 30 billion. We haven't been that.
I'm just asking y'all, get out. And listen, let's get out our feelings. And this is CNBC. They cannot report fake news. They have to tell the truth. Make $100 billion. And people were upset, saying that it's not going to work. Inflation going to go through the roof. People are going to be affected. But at the end of the day, I told people what Trump is going to do is going to affect the entire United States. It might not affect you personally, but it's going to help the United States to have more resources to help our people. Let's talk about what's going down in Minnesota. They done stole billions of dollars in Minnesota from the daycares and all that, right? That affects our economy. People that are illegal in our country, taking billions of dollars from our country, taking resources, extracting resources from our people. It affects the country, y'all. Regardless of how we feel, we got to get out our feelings. Let's stick to the truth. Do y'all agree or disagree, chat? I just want to know. Do you agree or do you disagree? So we got to keep it gangster. We got to keep it 100 across the board. Get out our feelings. Let's report the facts. Is hey, listen, okay, bet, okay. I ain't got to like you, but I got to respect the results.
That small in a long time. I don't have enough records here to go back that far, but you're going back a ways. And here's the news on why it moved lower.
The data shows the lowest trade deficit since 2009. Donald Trump confirmed his tariff policies were working in a Truth Social post saying, "Breaking news, numbers released today show the United States of America has the lowest trade deficit since 2009 and going even lower."
All right, now, so some of y'all might not know what the trade deficit is. So we do import, export, we do business with other countries. A lot of countries were importing things in America, but they were not buying resources in exports from us, right? They were not importing our goods inside of their country. They were not getting things made from the U.S. So at the end of the day, Trump got an offer say, hey, these trade deals it's not a fair exchange for our economy, for our country. And I don't know nobody watching that is going to sign a contract that benefits another company and your company reaps no benefit. I don't know nobody watching or nobody that's going to sign up for that. Hey, y'all, let's keep it real. So what Trump did, he came in, he looked at all the trade deals, or his administration or his team looked at all the trade deals. Hey, we losing over here. Hey, them people are not they're not buying things from America, from the United States. We need to benefit just like they benefit. And he even out the trade deals. And we see this right here is a result of the trade deals. And let's keep it real. And they said the trade deficit has not been this low since 2009. And we know who was in office in 2009, and that's Barack Obama. So kudos to Obama for handling business on the behalf of America.
In addition, our nation's gross domestic product, GDP, is predicted to come in at over 5%, and that is after losing at least 1.5% to the Democrat shutdown. These incredible numbers and the unprecedented success of our country are a direct result of tariffs, which have rescued our economy and national security. I hope the Supreme Court is aware of these historic country-saving achievements prior to the issuance of their most important ever decision.
I'm just saying, y'all. People want to talk about all the bad stuff, but we're not talking about the good stuff. If the trade deficit is down, if they cut down on illegal immigration and people taking resources out of this country, just like when they was giving out stimulus checks, passing out free money, people having access to different capital during, the shutdown at that particular time, we can actually have more resources for our own people, and they can actually, start giving away when Trump proposed about $2,000 extra for the American citizens. We'll have the type of money to take care of our own people and the resources to take care of our own people because we're keeping most of our finances in-house.
Speaker Mike Johnson backed President Trump's tariffs, saying, thanks to President Trump, other countries are not taking advantage of America anymore. Huge announcement. The U.S. trade deficit with countries just fell to its lowest level since 2009. This did not happen by accident. President Trump's trade agenda is delivering real results. Exports up, imports down, and American workers finally getting a fair shake. And whilst the news is a welcome surprise for the US economy and its people, it has further exposed the incompetence of the Democrats. Hakeem Jeffries went on MSNBC in April of 2025 and said the end result of the tariffs will be historically bad.
When Trump first proposed the tariffs, I seen people all over the internet getting upset. But these are the results.
Leader Jeffries, while we were on air, you had the president saying this on Truth Social. This is an economic revolution and we will win. Hang tough. It won't be easy, but the end result will be historic. Do you think he means historic good or historic bad?
Well, the end results will definitively be historically bad. These Trump tariffs represent the largest tax increase on the American people since at least 1968. What we're seeing is that he is crashing the economy in real time. Costs are going up. The Trump tariffs are likely to result in thousands of dollars in additional costs on the American people in terms of groceries and gas and goods. And at the same time, we're seeing the retirement savings of the American people plummeting as well. This guy is driving us toward a recession. And this is not what the American people voted for or expected.
This commentator blasted Jeffries, saying, every time Rep. Jeffries opens his mouth, he demonstrates how unqualified he is to serve in Congress. And the economic good news just kept coming for the US, with economist Daniel Lacalle revealing strong growth. He said, remember the tariff tantrum? The US economy is growing faster than any G7 peer. Atlanta Fed GDP now estimate for annualized growth for the fourth quarter rises to 5.4%. Yes, 5.4%.
All right, so there it is, y'all. There it is. The Trump tariffs have cut the trade deficit. Successful. What people thought was not going to work actually has been working. And CNBC had to report the facts. And we know that they do not support Donald Trump. Most of the news stations out do not support him. So listen, I just wanted to expose the truth. Show y'all what was passed in Montana Supreme Court yesterday. And they said this is going to trickle up to the U.S. Supreme Court, where they can come inside of your house if law enforcement deem that there is a medical emergency. If they can substantiate that it's a medical emergency, they can violate the Constitution. If they can get the wording right, or they can substantiate that as a fact. Maybe they'll come in, elbow you, knock you out, and say, hey, he was unconscious when we entered his residence without a warrant. All right, listen. Anybody in the chat, y'all got anything for me? Is this information that y'all didn't know about? Did I expose the truth? Yes, I did. I'll go ahead and toot my own horn. But I want to know what y'all think in the chat. What do y'all think in the chat about the information that we went over today, this morning? I know a lot of us, especially black people, We don't do qualified research. We don't talk about the things that truly matter. And so that's why your boy's blogging. That's why I'm doing the news. That's why I'm here creating this channel to tell the truth. I'm looking at the comments, y'all. I'm watching. I'm just reading the comments. I'm watching for the comments, waiting on y'all to comment. Like I say, this morning was a short stream. I was going to go live at 8:30 a.m., but I'm telling y'all, I was up to 4 in the morning on live. All right. I was up to 4 in the morning on live. But I have to go to the boxing gym in a minute. So I'm going to have to get up, put me I don't know what I'm going to wear, but and I got to give me something to eat, and I have to go grocery shopping because I got to cook. I have to cook today for my son. Karen, you done missed the whole stream. Lord Jesus. Good morning, Miss Karen. You done missed the stream. You know I'm giving the game. You know I done exposed some game now. You doing all right, Miss Morris? I was supposed to go live at 8:30 a.m., but hey, like I said, we was up to 4 in the morning. Indeed. Don't laugh. Don't do that, Karen. Don't do that. Don't laugh. Yep. So I was just giving some game. But hey, Karen, I'll play the videos again. They not that long if you want me to. And I won't give no commentary. I'll just play them straight through. Did you miss the information, Miss Karen? I only played 2 videos this morning. One of them is 1 minute. The other one is 4 minutes. Did you miss this information? I'll play the videos again for you, Miss Karen, if you want me to play them. Y'all be having me missing my bedtime, although I do be in bed. Nah, I feel you. My bad. I apologize. You know, we just be we some elderly. Well, I'm elderly. You know, they call me Unc. You know, I'll be 45 in May, so I done had people in this space start calling me Unc, even though I look younger than them. I'm gonna leave that right there. All right, I know some of y'all already been here. Like I said, I'm gonna play these 2 videos one more time. Come a good friend that came in, and she still haven't signed up from a workout program, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Not gonna say nothing. She hadn't told all her friends to tell another friend. Thank you for the compliment, Karen. She said, I thought you was in your late 20s. God dang, boy, I tell you, boy, nigga winning in life. When I turn 60, they can be like, man, how old are you? 45? Yeah. Hey, Karen, I know you went on my Instagram, see how in shape I am. I know you went. Did you go peep? Hey, what's good, Scribe? Karen, did you go look at my Instagram and see how in shape I was? I need to talk to you. I'll tell you what I want for a workout. Listen, you got my phone. Well, did I give you my phone? Yeah, you got my phone number. You ain't call my phone. You ain't text me, none of that. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know, yeah. Stop playing with a real nigga. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. What the hell am I doing? Okay, that's what I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, here we go. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna have to review this too right here. I'm gonna review this probably later on, y'all. I'm gonna review this later on. I'm not gonna review it right now. I'm gonna do another review tonight. All right, here we go. Hold on, where I'm at. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me play these 2 videos for my good friend since she missed it. And tell me what you think about these, Karen. Hold on. All right, let's go.
The U.S. Supreme Court unanimously upholds a Montana Supreme Court decision allowing law enforcement to enter a home without a search warrant if there is reason to believe a life-threatening emergency is underway. This comes after police went inside an Anaconda man's home and shot and injured him in 2021. William Case's former girlfriend called law enforcement as she feared he might have killed himself, according to the Associated Press. After knocking on his door and receiving no response, officers entered the home. An officer shot Case after he threw open a closet curtain while holding an object that looked like a gun. A jury found Case guilty of assaulting a peace officer. Attorney General Austin Knudsen supported the ruling, calling it a huge win for state law enforcement and other law enforcement agencies across the country, saying, quote, "This ruling will allow officers to continue to keep their communities and citizens safe to the best of their abilities." Find the full statement on our NBC Montana homepage.
What you think about that? I'm just saying, what you think about that, Miss Karen? What do you think about that? Put it in the chat. Man, I got all these goddamn text messages. Oh, geez. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. You know, I can't even go to the boxing gym. Dang, hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Dang, man, I got a lot going on. Hold on. Dang, I got it, boy. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Did you know that, Karen? What you think about that, Karen? What you think about that, Karen? What I want to know. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna have to get back with her. What you think about that, Karen? Did you? Yeah. Huh? What do I? Yeah, I'm waiting on you to start typing. Hold on, real quick. My bad, y'all. So Karen said, "No, black people are already targets, and somehow this will turn into racial profiling." That's what I said. But like I said, y'all, not only black people, but some of the other minorities as well. See, Karen, you see what's going on. That's why I expose this. A lot of black people don't know this happened. A lot of people don't even know this happened. Like I said, I'm not trying to be petty. I'm keeping it real. I said I have 10,000 people on my stream listening to this information because this got passed in the Montana Supreme Court, and they literally said in this video, this is going to open up for it to reach the Supreme Court. And once it reaches the Supreme Court, your constitutional rights will be violated. Karen, does that sound about right? I'm just saying. All right, let me get to the other video I played. Just saying, y'all. Like I say, that's why I'm entering this space to give y'all the game, tell y'all the truth. All right, here go another one. And y'all not gonna like this one, but it's the truth. Let's go.
Latest data from the Commerce Department released on January 8th showed Trump's tariffs have played. CNBC has celebrated a major economic win for the United States economy. Latest data from the Commerce Department released on January 8th showed Trump's tariffs have played a pivotal role in cutting the US trade deficit from a peak of $136 billion in March 2025 to just under $30 billion in October 2025.
Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. I know some of y'all in y'all feelings. I know y'all don't like Trump, but y'all didn't hear that. Straight up, I'm going to keep it gangster. Did y'all hear that? Let me play it one more time. Hey, what up, Kish? I'm going to drop the link if you want to pull up, because I got a little bit before I got to start training. I was going to go to the boxing gym. Anybody want to pull up, you can hit the link. I was going to the boxing gym, but I got to cancel going to the gym because I got to train at the house. You know what I mean? I got a gym inside my crib. Okay, bet. Okay. Yeah, my matter of fact, my gym sessions. Okay, so I don't have to go to the box gym. He just canceled. All right. But I have a gym inside my house, so I have to train. One of my clients about to pull up. But did y'all know that? Karen, did you know the trade deficit done dropped? Let me play that one more time so y'all can hear it. So y'all know I ain't making this up. Listen to this again. We're going to play it back. Let's go.
Has celebrated a major economic win for the United States economy. Latest data from the Commerce Department released on January 8th showed Trump's tariffs have played a pivotal role in cutting the US trade deficit from a peak of $136 billion in March 2025 to just under $30 billion in October 2025. The trade deficit was driven by a 3.2% import drop after Trump threatened tariffs on the pharmaceutical sector, and a 2.6% export rise.
Buckle up. This is unreal. The movement in this number, minus 29.4 billion. We cut it basically in half. Just consider this. In March, it was 136 billion. Right now, it's a whisker under 30 billion. We haven't been that small in a long time. I don't have enough records here to go back that far, but you're going back a ways. And here's the news on why it moved lower.
The data shows the lowest trade deficit since 2009. Donald Trump confirmed his tariff policies were working in a Truth Social post, saying, "Breaking news, numbers released today show the United States of America has the lowest trade deficit since 2009 and going even lower." In addition, our nation's gross domestic product, GDP, is predicted to come in at over 5%, and that is after losing at least 1.5% to the Democrat shutdown. These incredible numbers and the unprecedented success of our country are a direct result of tariffs, which have rescued our economy and national security. I hope the Supreme Court is aware of these historic country-saving achievements prior to the issuance of their most important ever decision. Speaker Mike Johnson backed President Trump's tariffs, saying, "Thanks to President Trump, other countries are not taking advantage of America anymore." Huge announcement. The US trade deficit with countries just fell to its lowest level since 2009. This did not happen by accident. President Trump's trade agenda is delivering real results. Exports up, imports down, and American workers finally getting a fair shake. And whilst the news is a welcome surprise for the US economy and its people, it has further exposed the incompetence of the Democrats. Hakeem Jeffries went on MSNBC in April of 2025 and said the end result of the tariffs will be historically bad.
Leader Jeffries, while we were on air, you had the president saying this on Truth Social. This is an economic revolution and we will win. Hang tough. It won't be easy, but the end result will be historic. Do you think he means historic good or historic bad?
Well, the end results will definitively be historically bad. These Trump tariffs represent the largest tax increase on the American people since at least 1968. What we're seeing is that he is crashing the economy in real time. Costs are going up. The Trump tariffs are likely to result in thousands of dollars in additional costs on the American people in terms of groceries and gas and goods. And at the same time, we're seeing the retirement savings of the American people plummeting as well. This guy is driving us toward a recession. And this is not what the American people voted for or expected.
This commentator blasted Jeffries, saying, "Every time Rep. Jeffries opens his mouth, he demonstrates how unqualified he is to serve in Congress." And the economic good news just kept coming for the US, with economist Daniel Lacalle revealing strong growth. He said, "Remember the tariff tantrum? The US economy is growing faster than any G7 peer. Atlanta Fed GDP now estimate for annualized growth for the fourth quarter rises to 5.4%. Yes, 5.4%.
So based off the numbers, we just got to be real. We're not going to, sit up here and talk about what we like and what we don't like. Based on the numbers, it shows that the trade deficit has dropped. Exports are up 2.9%. So when we look at the numbers, not about who our favorite political party is, not who our favorite politician is, we're going to talk about the numbers and the numbers specifically. How do you feel about that, Kish?
I feel good about it, right? Because I voted for Trump, right? I didn't vote for him because he's Republican or whatsoever. I voted because, he was his first. I didn't vote for him the first term because I wanted to see what he was going to do.
Okay.
And he did pretty good, regardless of the press or whatever, right?
100%.
I voted for him the second time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole purpose of him doing the tariffs is because.
Hey, hold on. My bad. Corey Holcomb said you're not supposed to vote.
I don't believe that.
You hear him? You hear what he said? Voting is for dumb niggas.
I guess I'm a dumb nigga then.
Nah, go ahead.
I guess
man.
I'm a dumb nigga.
I'm just messing. Go ahead.
No, I got you. But so what happened? And this started with what's this man named Bill Clinton? Because Bill Clinton, he did what was called the NAFTA agreement, where we had a lot of black men working factory jobs, working industry jobs, and then he shipped them overseas, and then he allowed China to tariff us, but then didn't put taxes on China. So China was able to mass produce a lot of low quality goods as was being what has been exposed, and then ship them to us, and then we buy them.
Kids, was it under Obama or under Clinton when all our factory jobs and all our jobs started going overseas?
It was under Clinton, but it started, I think, under Reagan or one of those presidents before him, but then it intensified under Bill Clinton.
Gotcha.
So if it's ironic that right around that time, that crime bill from what's his man name? Joe Biden got passed. And that's right around the time, because when niggas started losing jobs, they started, having to do what they got to do.
Bro, watch this. Oh my, no, Kish. Oh my God, bro, I just had a freaking epiphany, bro. That's literally how they did slavery, bro. Remember, hold on, watch this. Remember, they quote unquote freed us.
Mm-hmm.
We were scavenging. We didn't have nowhere to go. And then that's when they released, that's when they start creating prisons.
Yeah.
Because we started committing more crimes because we were trying to feed ourselves. We were trying to survive, right?
Correct.
And so I kind of equate that. And I know I'm kind of, just using my headspace in this moment. No diddy.
Mm-hmm.
They do away with the jobs, all the factory jobs, and start putting things, taking business overseas.
Yep.
Then that's less people working. So what we're gonna do when we gain work? We're gonna do what we have to do to survive.
Have to do to survive. It
And
happened with
what we have to do to survive. They create pass the crime bill.
mm-hmm.
He strikes you out, bro.
over misdemeanors or petty stuff.
Bro, would that play into systematic oppression?
It would.
Whoa,
it would.
Bruh.
It would.
Bro, I'm gonna have to literally go back and
study a lot of this. Because if you look at how the projects came to be, that was literally black people having their own black towns, and they destroying those black towns and then pushing black people into these what you call project buildings or redlining them into the project area. So
because I'm real, right? I'm a conservative, right? I'm not for the Republican Party, but when it comes to the different morals, values, and principles, I lean toward them in principles, right? But I know in on the overall scheme, do I believe that systematic oppression exists? Yes, and I could substantiate that, but it's not enslaving us. It doesn't have us where we can't be successful. So a lot of people think that just because I can be successful, just like me, I'm laying up in my crib, got my robe on, living my life, kids at school, life is great, that there isn't anything out there systematically that is affecting black people as a whole, but we can vividly see that it did affect us from a systematic standpoint when we expose how they did away with a lot of the core jobs in the black community, the manufacturing, things of that nature, and then they pass laws and then put drugs in the community, pass laws specifically against drugs. Hey, we violate, boom, we can get y'all out the way, and it'll affect us for 2 and 3 generations. That's systematic.
3 generations. If you look at Snowfall, and that was under Reagan's policy, that's exactly what happened. I think at that time, black people were struggling too because Reagan did something. Because the whole tariff thing and factory jobs being shipped overseas, that started with the 70s. But then there was a tariff, I think, placed on Japanese manufacturing cars to kind of, get them to step up the quality of the cars, so it wouldn't affect Detroit's car market or something, car economy. And then I don't know what else happened after that. And then now we get to Bill Clinton, and then he's just going ham, like straight up giving everything to everybody. And NAFTA comes through, crime bill comes through, certain things. I think he did something with the I think what's it called, the Deadbeat Act, where now in general, even though we know it affected black community, where they gave black women, or they gave women in general, like the carte blanche to, I guess, divorce they got. I forgot how the wording in the bill, right? But if y'all go look up Bill Clinton's arc and his timeline, he did a lot of stuff that pushed America back, and because black people were already at the back of the class, it was just worse for us. So now Trump, with the tariffs, is basically balancing or fixing what happened back with Bill Clinton.
100%.
Because that tariff gave China a lot. Because remember, we're capitalists over here, right? China's communist. A lot of socialist communist countries, they need capitalism to feed them. So what Bill Clinton did is he gave China a capitalist like a capitalist stream of, how they say 7 streams of income? That's what in America was. And China got fat. And they got fat indeed. So Trump was like, nah, we in deficit, and America can make a product, and if we try to sell it on the Chinese market, they have a high tariff on our product.
Gotcha.
But then China can make a low quality product, mass produce it, and sell it to us, and we buy it. This is why if you have a computer chip and it's marked made in China, it breaks in like a couple of weeks. And you gotta go buy another chip. Or if you have a headphones, because it's marked made in China, and it breaks easy. Because they mass produce these things and they sell it to us and we buy it. So Trump was like, no, we gotta, if we're gonna have tariffs on us, we're gonna have tariffs on y'all. Is it gonna affect our economy? Yes, because that's what you call tariff wars. Right.
But why do you think a lot of people cannot compartmentalize and understand that, hey, we are in bad trade deals? So he's going to use the tariffs to bring people to the bargaining table.
Right.
That's what people don't understand. He used the tariffs to negotiate.
Right.
So I'm going to raise tariffs on all your imports. It's going to affect you now, not us solely. And so now it brings you to the table. Hey, Trump, hey, we need to renegotiate this. My bad. I apologize. Because we as Americans, especially Black people, we consume so many things and prioritize so many things that we honestly don't need. I could raise my hand and be guilty of that, right? Now, I'm not as materialistic as I used to be now. Somebody might say, and when I say I'm materialistic, I'm not materialistic. I just like nice things. That's what I like. I'm not speaking about nobody else. I don't care about what somebody else like. This is what I like. I like to look good. That's me. I work hard. I play hard. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not prioritizing because I don't care about it. I feel like it's when you worship something. That's when you're materialistic. I don't worship nothing I got because I can get rid of all of it. I care about my family. I care about providing for my family. That's what I care about wholeheartedly. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how, like, when I was telling people I was going to vote for Trump, I had people that I've been knowing all my life. I had people that that borrowed money from me. I've had women that I mentored their sons, and they literally turned their back on me, disassociate themselves from me because of who I voted for. That was insane to me.
Crazy because of Black culture, we used to love Trump. Even after Central Park 5 thing happened, right? Black people still love Trump. And then all of a sudden, when he was running for president, it's like the system turned against him. And then the liberals, this is why I don't like the liberals on what they do, and I don't like the conservatives on what they do. It's like they can use certain Black people or Black culture as a sword and shield. And the Democrats was able to turn Black people in this like like a beehive when you take a queen bee.
Yeah,
you can move the queen bee, and the rest of the bees will follow the queen.
Gotcha.
That's what happened with Black people. It's like the liberals have the left has such a control over Black people that they keep being like, yo, don't like this, and all the Black people go, yeah, we don't like this all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The fact that Biden was able to walk on, like we talk about Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels, Biden was able to tell, what's his name? You ain't Black, you don't vote for me. Charlotte, you ain't Black because you don't vote for me. And Black people just ate that.
Man, it's just funny, man, and that's why I played that video on here to show people with the receipts that Trump, since he's been in office, the trade deficit has went down. Now the American economy is going to be put in position where we are benefiting and not other countries, where we're continuing to help the social economic advancement of other countries. And we sit up here and they just sucking the life out of us. No diddy. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, go ahead.
America has been everybody's stepdaddy for the past since Bill Clinton. We've been everybody's stepdaddy.
That's real.
So,
and as far as like immigration, bro, like me personally, I believe if We need to treat other countries like they treat us. If we can't go in their countries, get citizenship, receive resources and finances, and help build me up as an individual inside of their country, we shouldn't allow it in here, over here. If you say, I'm respectfully, right? I'm gonna use this as an example. If you say, hey, I'm a Mexican, well, why Mexico not treating y'all right? I'm just saying, if you so proud to be a Mexican, why are you not in Mexico and Mexico treating you right? Because we know Mexico has some of the highest crime in the world, just like El Salvador. These people are savages, bro. They extort people every day, all day. I'm talking about their own people. Even they foreigners. Dr. Sabi's son literally just talked about how he got extorted in Mexico, and he's from Honduras. You understand what I'm saying? People really don't realize that it's crime all over the world, bro. It's savages all over the world. They try to make it seem like America's just so bad. No, it's bad everywhere. We can find some bad everywhere, but on the flip side, we can find some good everywhere. But at the end of the day, I just want to inform the people that Trump was the best thing for our economy. You might not like him, but for the economy, he was the best decision. If Kamala Harris would have got in office, that stuff that happened in Minnesota, that stuff still be going on, bro.
We probably would have went to war already. You think she could have handled fucking, what's his man name? That sound like a Mortal Kombat boss in Iran when they said his name.
Yeah.
All them people in Iran, what's going on over there with the people who you can't name on here, on that side of the Middle East. There was a lot of stuff that if Kamala Harris would have, because nobody was afraid of her, or Biden for that matter.
Yeah.
None of the people that America is trying to step in the way of to shut them up, nobody was afraid of them. Nobody was afraid of Biden or Kamala Harris. But when Trump got in office, everybody was like, "Oh shit!" It was like a lion stepping on the savannah and doing that roar he do and strutting, and everybody backing down.
Yeah,
that's what that was like.
Remember under Biden, we had the spy balloons from China. Mm-hmm. Not only that, China was buying land in America.
Buying them up.
Huh?
Yeah, China was buying everything up out here.
Trump stopped all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Karen says, overall, the tariffs did not benefit most of consumers, small businesses, farmers, and industries relying on imports. It did benefit the government and metal industry, though. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Agree with that, yeah. Because a lot of the imports is being imported from foreign places. So now if you put a tariff on that, so yes, I understand that, right? Like when you talk about small businesses, like a grocery store that rely on groceries and other foreign imports, yes, it's gonna affect that sector.
But I believe, hold on, let me say this, kids. I think it's only temporary because remember, a lot of when you go look at the actual trade bill and what he did, it's a 10-year deal. It's like a 10-year tariff deal. So, like he said, we might be uncomfortable in the initial phase, but when you look at the long term, America as a whole is going to benefit. But go ahead.
Yeah. So So remember, Trump did tell y'all that, like, yo, we're going through a trade deal. It's going to be rough as far as the grocery sector, like, because the consumer sector goes with the groceries and small businesses and farmers or whatever. But we got to go through this to reset our system. Right?
I agree.
So, I mean, like, a lot of the stuff we consume, like the TVs, and I get you could go to, I'm out here in New York, you go to Jamaica Avenue, you get like a knockoff Gucci or whatever. I get it. But, like, do we really need those stuff? Like, I don't understand why we're not doing like the Boston Tea Party and dumping a lot of Chinese crap that don't work. Stuff that has been reported in the past to give, remember back in the day, the toys used to have like lead paint in it or something, and used to affect the kids. I don't understand, like, why would we just look at something Mark made? And I get it because we need a lot of their stuff because they produced it. Like the whole thing where they're mimicking a lot of people's stuff and they're able to reproduce it and sell it back to us. That's crazy. That China was able to get away with that for a long time and make money too. Like their people became like billionaires. So
no, for sure, 100%. So, man, listen, overall, the Trump administration, in my opinion, is doing what's best for the country. You might not like him, and that's cool. We respect it. But at the end of the day, what's better? For us to continue to get resources sucked out of our country, pause, or for somebody to step in, like the kid said, be the lion on the savannah and get some order and get things straightened out. Straight up. And that's just where, and that's just what it is. But listen, man, I'm about to shut down, man. I'm gonna go back live in the morning. I'll probably be live about 8:38. I'm gonna go live tonight too, but I'm gonna go live in the morning. But I just want to give everybody some news we can use, man. We got to keep being great. I'll be live tonight. We're gonna probably go over we're gonna review something. So I'm gonna figure it out, but we're gonna do a review tonight. Appreciate you for popping up, Kish.
Yes, sir. Everybody have a good day.
Yes, sir.